Well, welcome everyone. Let's start in a wide leg child's pose today. So big toes touching, knees open wide, and then just relaxing between the legs. Forehead down towards the floor. Once you're there, you can just relax and let your breath flow a little bit. Maybe you've been busy up until now, maybe you've just got on your mat, so whatever the circumstances are for you today, take a moment just to start to think about breathing mindfully, deeply. Getting that sense of bringing yourself onto the mat, into the moment. You might be able to reach your hands a little bit further forwards now, get a little bit more extension. One more slow, deep breath in here. Long breath out. Walk your hands back towards your knees. And we'll lean into the right shin. Just pick your left foot up. Step down into the left leg. Creep your left hand as far forwards as you can. Get that nice stretch there. And then take the left arm just underneath your left shin. And take your right arm up to the sky. You can rotate the right palm so it goes behind you. And let the arm fold behind you. Rotate the left palm up to the sky and then maybe catch hold of the fingers. You could use a strap here if you wanted to. Try and open up the top shoulder here. And then release. Bring your left shin back down onto the mat. And pop the right foot flat. Reaching your right hand as far forwards as you can. Wrapping it underneath your right shin. You take your left palm up to the sky. Rotate the left palm so the arm goes behind you. And then rotate the right palm. See if you catch hold of the fingers. We'll take a long, deep breath in. A long, slow breath out. Right, so release. Then your right shin back down onto the mat. Sitting down onto your buttocks with your heels. Child's pose. Walk your hands forwards, forehead down towards the floor. You could take your hands towards the back of the mat. Let your shoulders just wrap around the sides. And try and find that feeling of surrender, of relax. Yeah, so really sinking into your hips. Let your head swing from side to side, waking up the neck. We'll take one more breath here. Bring your hands forwards, and we can walk our way up. So seated. Now take your right hand outside of your left leg, and your left fingertips behind you. You use the left fingertips into the floor to help you twist. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you can lower your left ear towards the left shoulder and squeeze the right shoulder down the back. Bring the head back and we swing the other side. So left hand outside the right leg, the right fingertips behind, trying to sit up nice and tall. And then right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathe into the left side. Picking the head back up. Swinging back to the center. Take the arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers and rest the hands behind your head. Elbows open now. Yeah. Inhale, see if you can push your head into your hands and open up the chest. As you exhale, round into the back and bring your chin to your chest. Keep your elbows open. And again, inhale, push the head into the hands. See if you can open up the chest a little bit more. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. Last time, pushing the head into the hands. See if you can open up that chest a little bit more. Good, and then round into the upper back, chin to chest. Releasing the hands, roll your way up to seated. And then make your way onto all fours. Knees below the hips, hands below the shoulders, rock forwards and back. Wake up the fingers, wake up the wrists. Turn the fingers towards your knees. Do little circles here, grind down through the fingertips, through the thumbs. And then take the circle the other way. Flipping the fingers back towards the front. We'll have the middle finger facing inwards, both hands, and the middle fingers touching. Thumbs and baby fingers on the floor, and the elbows bend. And then straighten the arms. Okay, elbows bend. Straighten the arms. Last time, elbows bend. And straighten the arms. Good. Release the hands. Tuck your toes under. Sit your hips onto your heels. Walk your way up. Welcome to the feet. Interlace the fingers. Draw a little circle with the wrists. So it's circling it the other way. It's so important for us to look after our wrists. How's your feet today? So let's come back up onto all fours. Let your belly sink and lift the head, chest up. Your toes are already tucked, so we can lift the hips up and back into your first down dog. Relax your head. Do a little bit of bouncing, squeezing the heels down one by one. Hopefully starting to warm up a little bit. Maybe I'll be able to take my socks off soon. Then come up high onto your toes, bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. I'm going to lower the knees to the floor. I think we played with this yesterday. So your elbows are going to bend, the chest goes forwards, and the right leg goes back. And we bring it back in. Left leg goes back, elbows bend. Don't go so low you can't come back up. Bring it back in. Right leg goes back, elbows bend. Bring it back. Left leg goes back, elbows bend. Bring it back. Now keep your toes tucked under. Push your hips into your heels and relax over your legs, forehead down towards the floor. Then really root your hands down so you're pushing your hips into your heels. We'll try that again 4 more times, so twice each side. Coming back up onto all fours. The elbows bend, the right leg goes back. Bring it back. Left leg goes back, the elbows bend. Bring it back. 2 more, elbows bend. Bring it back, last time. Left leg goes back. And then bring it back. Nice. Hips into your heels. Relax, tummy, chest, head over the legs, forehead down towards the floor. The more you press down to the hands, the more you're going to get that stretch. We'll come right back up onto all fours. Take the right leg back, press the toes into the floor. You can feel the stretch to the calf. And then lift the right leg up to the sky. You're going to bend the right leg so the sole of the foot goes to the sky. And then pulse the leg. Little pulses for 5, 4, squeezing the glutes at the top. 2, 1. Heel into bum, draw a big circle with the knee. Sit, and then a big circle the other way. That's good. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Now keep the right foot off the floor and try and bring your right foot to your left wrist. And then we're going to take it all the way back. We bend the knee and open up the hip. Again, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Try and keep that right foot off the floor. And I bring the right foot towards the left wrist. Try and keep the foot up. Now we take it all the way back. Open up the hip. Last time. Right knee to right elbow. Keep the heel kicking towards the bum. Take the right foot towards the left wrist. And then take it all the way back. Open up the hip. There's a lot of core work going on there. Lower the right knee to the floor. Tuck your toes under. Sit back. Give your wrist a little bit of a shake. We go for the other side. Left hand. Coming back onto all fours, just take your left leg back. Yeah. Press your toes down, press your heel back, feel the stretch. And then lifting the left leg up, you're going to bend the left leg, heel towards the sky, and then pulse. Lifting from the hamstring and the glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then draw a big circle. Getting into these hips a little bit more. That's it, and then take the circle the other way. Good, nice. Now you're going to bring your left knee to your left elbow. Try and keep that foot off the floor. And bring your left foot towards the right wrist. Might be a bit of a wiggle. And then we'll take it all the way back. Bend the knee, open up that hip. And again, so you bring your left knee to your left elbow. Bring your left foot towards your right wrist. And then take it all the way back. Open up the hip. That's good. Last time. Left knee, left elbow. We try and slide that knee up high. Left foot towards the right wrist. Squeeze the heel up. And then take it back and open up the hip. Good, lower your left foot back down, or left knee back down. Take a cat down. Belly sinks, lift the head, chest up. And then round into the back, chin to chest. Tuck your toes under. One last little shake out for the wrists. Bring the hands to interlace. Draw little circles. One way, then the other way. Whoa, guys, let's keep going. Hands come down. Lift the hips up and back. Squeeze your heels down. House those hamstrings. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Then swing your right leg up to the sky. Have your toes pointing down. Your hip facing down or in line. Bring your heel into your bum and then pulse. And as you pulse, can you squeeze the left heel down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel into bum, big circle with the right knee. It feels so different in a downward dog. Take the circles the other way. Okay, a little bit more corner. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Try and keep the foot off the floor. And then bring your right foot towards the left elbow. Squeeze the heel up. And we take it all the way back. Open up the hip. 2 more of them. Right knee to right elbow. Right foot towards the left elbow. And take it back. Open up the hip. Last time. Right knee, right elbow. Right foot, right elbow, left elbow. And then take it all the way back, open up the hip. Good. Lower your right foot down onto the mat. I'm going to take the left leg up to the sky. Toes pointing down, flexing the foot. Now you can bend the leg, keep the foot flexed, and we can pulse. Every pulse, you're going to, well, you should feel the right leg, the right hamstring, and feel the strengthening of the left glute. Heel into bum, draw a big circle with the left knee. Sit and then circle it the other way. We're flossing our way into our bodies. Excuse me. So now you can bring your left knee to your left elbow. Left foot towards the right elbow. Squeeze and heel up to the chest. And then take it all the way back, open up the hip. And again, left knee to left elbow. Left foot towards the right wrist, shoulders over hands. Take it back, open up the hip. Last time, left knee, left elbow. Left foot towards the right. Take it back, open up the hip. Good, lower your left foot next to the right. Pull up high into your toes, bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Take your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Draw your shoulders back. And let your head hang down, forehead onto the floor, and just keep drawing your hands back. Find that space, inhale. And then exhale. Release, and then take your right arm out in line with your right shoulder, palm flat on the floor. Left hand flat on the floor by your left side, elbow bent, and then you can rotate your left hip back on top of the right. Get a nice stretch through the bicep from that right arm, right shoulder. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Feels good to stretch that out. Take one more moment here. And then release. Lower the belly back down onto the mat. We're going to bring the right arm in, shake it out. And take your left arm out to the left side. All right, peel your right hip back on top of the left. Take a moment, let the arms stretch, let the neck relax. And then release, belly onto the mat. Bring the left arm in, shake out the shoulders. You can bring your elbows underneath your shoulders now. Palms flat down onto the mat. Sphinx pose. Push down to your feet. Squeeze your belly button back. Lift your head, chest up. Keep drawing the shoulders down the back and this big breath in. And a long breath out. Lifting the chest up. Energy upwards. You push down to your hands and then lift your elbows up off the floor. So getting a little bit more extension. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. Lower the elbows back down onto the mat. And then slide your hands underneath your shoulders. One stage higher. Push through your hands. Lift the head, chest up. Kind of an upward dog. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Did you remember yesterday? You're going to bring your right heel into your bum. Roll over onto your left side and put your right foot flat onto the floor. And then just lift your hips up, pushing down to your right foot, right arm up and over your head. Sit your hips right back down. Take your right hand onto the mat, lower your belly or your legs back onto the floor. So now we're going to bend the left leg in. Take your left foot towards the right. Yes, you roll onto that left hip. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Lift the hips up and reach, reach, reach. Just finding that space. Sitting the hips right back down. Taking the left hand back onto the mat, rolling onto the legs really. Once you get there, bending the right leg, squeezing the heel in. Roll over, right foot flat onto the mat. Lift the hips up. You want to the edge of that left foot. Reach, reach, reach. Lower the hips right back down. Right hand comes back. Last time. Bend the left leg, heel into bum. Roll over. That's it, good. Left foot flat. Lift the hips up. You can come onto the edge of the right foot and find that space. Feels nice. Good. Lower back down. Left hand comes down. Lower the left leg. And then lower the belly, the chest, and the head. Good. You got your hands underneath your shoulders. So you can push your hips back into your heels. Into that child's pose. That's it. Find that lovely extension. How's that feel? Inhale. And exhale. Looking forwards. Come up onto all fours. Let the belly sink. Yeah, and then tuck your toes. Lift your hips up, downward dog. Right leg up to the sky, open up the hip. Right knee into nose, right foot side the hand. Lower your left knee. And then lift your arms up. Low lunge. So, good. Take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back, open up the chest. Good. And then lower your belly over your right leg. Lift your back knee up off the floor. And bring your left foot to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale and fold, draw yourself in. Good. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Arms together, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold and hinge from the hips. Inhale, take a halfway lift. As you exhale, you can jump back or step back, find the plank. And your first vinyasa, elbows brushed by the ribcage. If you're doing up dog, keep the thighs off the floor. Lift the head, chest up. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing in. And then breathing out, squeeze the heels down. The socks are off. You take the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring the left knee into nose, left foot inside the hands. Once you get there, lower your right knee. Good, and then lift the arms up. Good, take the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, draw your shoulders back, open up the chest. That should feel nice there. Good, and then lower your belly over your thighs. Tucking your back toes, lift your back knee, bring your right foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, relax your head. Roll your way up, last thing to come up is the head. Palms together, lift the arms up, thighs forwards, hips forward. And then exhale, fold and hinge. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, jump it back or step it back. Vinyasa, elbows brushed by the ribcage. Your thighs stay off if you're in your upward dog. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Good, right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Right knee into nose, right foot inside the right hand. So we come into a high lunge, lift the arms up. Rotate the hands behind us. Interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back, open up the chest. Lowering the belly over your right leg. Take the hands on the side. Now just from here, lift your hips up a little bit. Drop the back heel 45. Turn the right toes to the left. Sink down into your right leg. Skandasana here. Yes, good. You can reach your arms forwards. You can press down through the inner left leg. That's it. You take your left hand behind your left leg, rest it on the floor, and then try and swing your right arm up and over your head. Lift the hips up to the sky. Good. Sitting the hips right back down, all the way back towards the front of the mat. And bring your left foot to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Hopefully you're all there. Exhale and fold, relax your head. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, lift the arms up. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. And then exhale, fold and inhale, take a halfway lift. As you exhale, jump back, step back. Vinyasa. Remember, thighs off the floor if you're in your up dog. Take it up and back, downward dog. Good. Let's keep it moving. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Left knee into nose. Left foot inside the hands. So hopefully your body's feeling strong. Lift your arms up, high lunge. From high lunge, take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, draw your shoulders back, open up the chest. Good, and then lay your belly over your left leg. Hands come down. So now pick your hips up a bit, drop your heel towards the left, turn your left toes in, bend into your left leg, draw your right toes up to the sky. Sink your hips down. Skandasana, you can take your arms forwards or keep them on the floor. You take your right hand behind your right leg and then swing your left arm up and over your head. You reach the fingers as far forwards as you can. And fall back. Sit your hips right back into the mat and then swing your way all the way back to the front of the mat. Right foot to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, heavy head. Roll your way up, last thing to come up is the head. Pulse together, lift the arms up, thighs forward, hips forward. Exhale, fold and hinge. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, jump back, step back, float back. Vinyasa, or skip it. Drop your knees if you need to. Cobra up dog. Downward dog. Take a breath in here. And a long breath. Okay, let's keep going. Right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Good. Bring the right knee into your nose, foot inside the hand. So all of this bit is same. Coming up into your high lunge. Picking the hands behind, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back, open up the chest. Lower your belly over your right leg, hands coming down. Turn both feet towards the left, right leg stays bent, sink down, Skandasana. Lift your arms up. Yes, well done. Take your left hand behind you. Swing the right arm up and over your head. Push the hips forwards, find that space. Good, and then sitting the hips all the way back down, swing your way to the front of the mat. That's it. Good. Taking your toes, no, sorry, turning both feet towards the right. Yeah, keeping the right leg bent, lift your right arm up, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Good, and you guessed it, let's come into a wild thing. Take the right leg behind you, sit the hips down, and then lift the hips up, reach the right hand towards the front of the mat. All right, guys, so we can bring your right hand to the floor, your right foot to the floor into plank. Now we change it here. Elbows brushed by the rib cage as you lower. Have the thighs on the floor as you come up into your cobra up dog. All right, then bring your right heel into your bum. Roll back onto your left hip and your bottom, as we did earlier. Yes. Last time, lift the right arm up. Lift the hips up, find that extension. Now you're going to look at your left hand. Bring your right foot next to your left hand. And once you get there, lower your left knee to the floor. You're getting dizzy? Lift the arms up into a low lunge. Find that space there. Good, take the hands down. Bring your left foot to the right. Halfway lift, lengthen. And then exhale and fold. Heavy head. A little bit of a journey, a little bit of a dance. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Palms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold and inhale, take a halfway lift. Good. As you exhale, jump back, step back. Vinyasa. Cobra up dog and straight back into your downward dog. Wiggle, wiggle, squeeze the heels down. Hopefully you're feeling some space. Okay, left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up that hip. Left knee into nose, left foot inside the hand. Come up, high lunge. So from your high lunge, take the arms behind you, interlace the fingers, draw your shoulders back, open up the chest. Lay your belly over your left leg, hands either side. Turn both feet towards the right, sit the hips down into your Skandasana, reaching the arms forward, so you're bending into that left leg. Take your right hand behind you, swing your left arm up and over your head, lift your hips up, find that space. Sit in the hips right back down. Swing your way all the way to the front of the mat. Next, you got your left leg bent. You're facing forwards. Turn both feet towards the left. Keep that right leg bent, left leg bent if you can. Extend your left arm up to the sky. Find the space there. Breathing in. Good. Breathing out. Now we're going to go into that wild thing. Left leg goes behind you. Push the foot down. Send the hips down towards the floor. And then lift the hips right back up into that wild thing. Lift, left arm towards the front of the pod. Mat, not the pod. Bring your left hand back. Bring your left foot back. You're in a plank pose. The elbow is brushed by the rib cage. All right, lift the head, chest up, but leave your thighs on the floor now. Bring your heel into your bum. And then roll back onto your hips or onto your sit bones. Left leg is bent. Come right back up. Good. Find that wild thing. Nice, guys. Now look to your right hand. Take your left foot next to your right hand. Left foot right next to the right hand. Yes, and once you get there, lower your right knee. Good, guys. Nice. Lift your arms up. Find the space through the front of the right thigh, right hip. And then take your hands down. Lift your back knee up off the floor. Right foot to the front of the mat. I hope you managed to stick with it and stay with me through that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, 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 heavy. Slowly roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Arms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, jump back, step back, float back. Last vinyasa, elbows brush by the rib cage. Cobra or your up dog. Up dog, thighs off the floor. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Okay, so let's lift the right leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Right foot towards the left elbow, and then lower the shin on the floor. Extend your left leg back. We get pigeon pose. Walk your hands forwards and take a moment. Forehead down towards the floor. Breathe into that right hip. Hope you've created a nice bit of heat after dancing around the mat a little bit. Push down to the top of the left leg, left foot. And take one more breath here. And walk your hands back towards your knees. Okay, squeeze your left heel into your bum. Reach back left hand, catch hold of that left foot, and we'll squeeze the heel in. We get a little quad stretch there, or a big quad stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Good, you lift your chest up. Releasing the left foot. Tuck your back toes. Yes, take your right foot inside your right hand. Lower your left knee, come back onto the left knee, right toes to the face. Now come onto your fists. Lift your back knee up off the floor. Squeeze your right hip back. This is enough right here, and see how that feels. Otherwise, maybe you come a little bit lower into your splits. Yeah, see where it's possible to go today. And it's like every day is different. Like this feels really tight for me today. So I'm just gonna breathe into it. Some days it doesn't feel like anything at all. One more breath. Good. As always, the challenge is how to get out of this. So push down to your fists and then bring the right leg in. Hopefully your mat stays in place. Wiggle. How does that right side feel? Feels much better for me. So we take the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Left knee to left elbow. Left foot towards the right elbow. And then lower the shin down onto the mat. And slide the back leg away. Okay, take a moment, walk your hands forwards. Forehead down towards the floor. Push down to the top of the right leg. We'll take one more breath here. And then walk your hands back towards that left knee. Really there, guys. Good. Squeeze your right heel into your bum. Reach back with your right hand for your right foot. And then we'll get that nice quad stretch. What I call it nice, I know it's not particularly nice. One more breath. Certainly brings you into the moment. And then release. All right, so hands flat, tuck your back toes, and then slot your left foot inside your left hand. Once you get there, lower your right knee. We'll come back onto the right knee. Bring your hands into fists. Draw your left toes to the face. Okay, now you can be here, or you can lift the back knee up off the floor. This is enough. Walk the hands forwards a little bit so that you can slide your left leg forwards a little bit. Again, you're just seeing where you're going today. Where are you at today? Funnily enough, this left side feels better than the right, which is very unusual. And lift your chest up wherever you are. Breathing in. And then breathing in. Awesome. So we can just fall onto the left side, unless you need to do this a different way. And then swing your right leg forwards. And give the legs a little shake out. Well done, everyone. Okay, so let's cross your right ankle over your left and flex your feet. This is my new little favorite stretch. Push down to your fingertips. Lift up nice and tall. Lay your belly onto your right leg. And then slowly lower down. Notice if you drop your forehead towards your shins, it gives you that extra stretch of the spine. But push through your left foot to get the stretch of the left heel. Hamstring. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. Take one more breath. And then slowly roll up. Changing sides. So left ankle over the right, flex through the foot. Push down through the fingertips, lift up tall. And then fold over this left leg. How does this side feel? You push through your right heel a little bit so you get more into the right hamstring. How does it feel when you take a breath in? And how does it feel when you take a breath out? Good. And then slowly roll your way back up. Well done, everyone. Bend the knees and we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Lift up tall and then walk your hands forwards. Forehead down towards the floor. You can do any little movements you want to do here. You don't have to be still. You can just sway if you like. Right, then roll your way back up. We'll have the knees bent and the feet flat. Now, let's play with something. We've done quite a lot of back bending. So take your arms up, press your palms together and take the hands behind your head. Now open up your palms so your thumbs are touching and your palms are facing outwards. Okay, try and lift your chest up. We lower down and you want to have the palms of the hands on the floor. Palms of the hands on the floor and your head might be resting on your forearms here. Good. Nice, now you can play with lifting the hips up and then trying to push the elbows down into the mat to roll your way up into this different wheel pose. So the forearms are down. See if it worked for you. It might not have worked, it's okay. Let's see if it does. When you come down, you can lower the spine down. Yeah, and then release. So I wonder how that went for you guys. We can try it one more time. Roll your way up. Okay, so you've got your hands behind your head. And your thumbs are touching, your palms are open. So it's the palm of the hands that are going to try and land on the floor, and the forearms are going to be, head is going to be on the forearms. You lower yourself down. You see that the fingers touch the floor, the palms of the hands, the thumbs. You can rest here, this is cool. Or you can lift the hips up and then try and push the elbows down into the mat and roll up. You're not on the head is off the floor. You're on your forearms and you're on your elbows. Breath in. You can come all the way back down. You can also just do a normal bridge, which is good enough. Release the hands. Let your feet rest on the floor, your knees together. And then you can windscreen wiper the legs. Going across your right leg all the way over your left. Bring the thighs into your belly. Lift your hips up. Move over towards the right side and then let both knees fall to the left. Breath in. And breath out. Squeeze the knees towards the floor. Coming back to the center and untwisting the legs. Bring your left leg over your right. Squeeze the thighs in, lift the hips up, let them fall over towards the left, and then let the knees fall to the right. And breathe into that. One more breath. Good. And then release. Okay, bringing yourselves all the way back. Soles of the feet together, knees open, arms up and over your head. Just feeling open, relaxed, ready for the rest of the day. You can close your eyes and take a moment. Okay. You can have your legs out to the corners of the mat or stay as you are. You did it. You got here. You got to this point. Well done. You can just relax completely now. Every muscle soft. You have time to rest. I know that it's you probably have things to do, in which case you can start to move with me. If you can, take a little bit longer in your Shavasana and take as long as you need. But we'll start to breathe a little bit deeper. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Extending your arms up and over your head, doing that full body stretch. And then rolling to the right hand side into your fetal shape. Okay, so keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to seated to face the front. And sit in any shape that feels right for you right now. Palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. Nice big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Namaste, have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay mindful, keep breathing. Take your time, have a great day, guys. Thank you for joining me.